Welcome back to another episode of Icebound. We would absolutely love it if you would like this video, subscribe to our channel, and check that bell so you never miss an episode. And of course, while you're doing that, I'm going to read some quotes from last month's episode of Icebound. Quote number 1, Yornir turns into a bear. I've played enough Baldur's Gate 3 to know where this is going. Quote number 2, the chained up Herald of Fear is a badass mini. Such a cool idea, props to Derek.
Thank you.
I was on the edge of my seat that whole fight.
Oh my.
Quote number 3, it's crazy watching everyone play completely different characters and personalities between series. Fantastic RP, and the content for each campaign is crazy. Seriously inspiring as a newer GM/DM. And lastly, please never stop this. I love it. Thank you for being here and supporting us. We couldn't do it without you. So, in the meantime, as always, be sure to leave your own comment below, and maybe next month yours will be read. If you'd like to support the channel, we got a few different ways you can do that. You can become a channel member right here on YouTube. You can check out our merch shop. We got a lot of really great stuff over there. Become a patron over on Patreon to enjoy Shroud over Salt Marsh. It's the only place you can watch it. And lastly, go to thecrookedmoon.com today and pre-order your copy of The Crooked Moon. Thank you.
We are Legends of Evantris. This is Icebound. Lend us your strength and join us.
Oh, shucks. Skype crashed again. Man, my MS Paint skills are really lacking right now. Oh, man, how am I gonna draw this 4th level shambling Crenshaw? My characters are not gonna be immersed at all.
Hey, Gary, what's going on, man?
Oh, shucks, Eddie. Well, I'm just trying to prepare for my next session, and my players are going to fight the deadly 4th level shambling Crenshaw.
Oh.
And we use a combination of Skype screen share and Microsoft Paint. I feel like we're really struggling on the whole immersion thing.
Whoa. Skype? Microsoft Paint? What are you talking about?
Yeah, we don't really have the tech. All of my friends are so bored.
Gary, there is much easier way to do all of this.
What? How? There's no way that could be right.
It's called Shard Tabletop.
Shucks, shard? Gosh, I hope it's not shards like, I hope it's not shards like all the shards in my hand I got after I had a little too many gin martinis.
That's a little
and
dark.
stumbled down the stairs.
That's a
little dark, little dark.
Shard Tabletop is not just another VTT. It's a character sheet creator, it's a content marketplace, and it's a campaign manager.
That's great. You know, I had a campaign manager when I ran for city mayor, and all they did was just drink gin martinis and take my money.
Whoa, really?
I lost. I didn't get a single dang-dog vote.
I didn't know you ran for mayor.
Yeah, I ran for mayor, and I lost an overwhelming disaster.
I would have voted for you.
You haven't seen all the skeletons in my closet. They came out instantly.
I didn't know you were a necromancer.
Yeah, well, gosh. Well, I always dabbled in necromancy.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Necromancy, yes. Non-wizards don't know. 10 fun facts about necromancy you won't believe. Number 8.
Yeah. They're gonna give you all the tools and content that you need to run your game at home, as well as create homebrew content.
As a wizard, I'm always brewing stuff, whether it be potions or beer.
Oh.
Yeah, remember during the pandemic when everyone got into home brewing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and sourdough.
I was really big into making bread.
And Squid Game and Tiger King.
No, those were times.
Oh, gosh.
What's awesome is that you can play or GM for free.
For free?
But for as little as 20 bucks a year, you get all sorts of additional content, like races, classes, features, spells, you name it.
That's good, because I wasn't going to be able to afford on account of all the scratch cards I buy.
How many scratch cards?
Oh gosh, yeah, I have a whole trash bag full of scratch cards right off camera.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I think maybe if I switch to Keno, I'll have a bit more luck. I'm a bit more luck at Keno.
Plus, you'll get unlimited access to additional free content from the marketplace with your subscription.
Well, gosh, that's good. I need unlimited because of my unending greed and gluttony. I have no self-control. I desire all. I am sin itself.
Yeah, me too, Gary.
Sin itself!
So now, let's watch it in action.
Let's go!
I'll start by clicking New Character.
Wow, a new character. Get ready to fight some giant rats.
I love the name that I was given here, so I'm gonna keep it, but I can always change it later.
Well, shucks, I always just love hitting the random name generator for 4 hours before I start a game.
Now you can see how clearly the character sheet is laid out.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked any of this. Have you ever played D&D before?
Here I can pick my race, my background, my class, and assign my ability scores.
Yeah, you're dying session 1. I don't care. I don't care how good you are. You're dying session 1.
Look at how many options are available.
Great! Wow, I love to see all that. There's so many options. You know, it's like when you start a game of The Sims and you spend more time creating your Sims than you do actually playing. I feel like I would just stare at all those options and scroll through and try all sorts of fun, weird character builds.
That's the best part.
But we should play some The Sims later.
You know what? That'd be great. I haven't done that in years.
We gotta play it on Shard first.
That's right. The best part is that it's available on any device.
Any device?
Any device.
You mean it'll even work on my Nokia N-Gage? And my TI-83 calculator?
Well...
And my Microsoft Zune? And my Motorola Pebble?
Maybe.
Hooray!
Oh,
gosh, that's amazing. I can't wait.
No, let me look at it.
I can't wait. It's gonna be really exciting.
Gary, stop. I gotta look at it. No. Cut.
Yeah.
Cut. Don't delay. Make sure you check out the description below, click on the link, and go get this tool now. It's got everything you need so that you can play D&D at home with your friends.
It's not the kind of shard that you'll get after too many gin martinis and put you in the emergency room. It's the kind that's in the comfort of your own home, given all sorts of options and it's online. And stop using Skype and Microsoft Paint! You know the key to a good gin martini, right?
Tell me.
Yeah, you don't actually add vermouth into it. It's just lukewarm gin in a glass. No olives either.
Wow.
Yep.
They don't tell you that on the bottle.
Yeah, it's how you can drink an egregious amount of straight gin without while still calling it a fancy cocktail.
Did you go to mixology school? You ever
The Silver Dominion, proud and unyielding, had marshaled their greatest forces to quell the growing threat from the north. Yet even their gleaming legions quailed before the hulking horror that now stalked the freezing lands of Drakkar. Kostkachi, no longer a man, but a towering giant forged in the cold fire of dark magic, was the embodiment of wrath incarnate. Sigdis stood watching, her heart pounding, as she watched the devastation unleashed by her husband. His massive new form moved through the ranks of the Silver Dominion like a force of nature, leaving only death in its wake. Even as fear gripped her, a dark satisfaction welled within Sigdis. This was the power they had sought, the undying force her husband had dreamed of harnessing to push back the Silver Dominion and protect the northern tribes. The war was not over, far from it. But with each battle, Sigdis felt the winds of hope beginning to shift. She did not know what the future might bring should the Silver Dominion finally yield, but she felt a deep, unshakable commitment to Kostkachi, compelling her to stay the course. As Koskachi approached yet another regiment on the battlefield, his laughter a booming sound that sent tremors through the earth, the Dominion's forces made their final stand. Too late, Sigdis realized that they were not fighting to win, but to buy time. A sudden, blinding light cut through the darkness, and Koskachi, caught in the throes of his slaughter, turned. He had been promised immortality, yet in the blink of an eye, Koskachi was gone, his form obliterated by the power of some otherworldly weapon.
Oh, shit.
Though Sigdis would later learn that her husband had been banished to the cold reaches of another world, she stared in shock at the silent battlefront, betrayed. He was gone, his promises shattered. Even then, she could not shake the twisted knot of love and hate that bound her to him. As the weight of her husband's loss settled over her, she felt another presence. The Dominion soldiers, now emboldened by their victory, surrounding her. They had won, and she had lost everything. Sigdis knelt before her unceremonious executioner. She had been raised with the sacred beliefs of the Norveld tribe and knew that it was not just her own life that was ending. With the death of her tribe, there would be no one to keep her ancestors' spirits, or hers. They would be forgotten from the memory of the world. Crushing bitterness began to fester in Sigdis's heart, driving her to the point of madness. In her final moment, Sigdis's heart cried out in wrathful hatred for the Silver Dominion. It was they, with their relentless expansion and disregard for their ways, that had condemned them to oblivion, and in her heart's cry was a screaming promise of vengeance. She would slay every silver dragonborn on Drakkar if she could, her heart roared. The blade fell, swift and merciless, landing with a brutal thud. But the unyielding wrath in her heart had not gone unnoticed.
Oh, shit.
Picking back up where we left off last session, you had just been surprised by the terrible secrets of the druids that you had gone to meet in the northeastern part of the city of Argentholm. There you were able to defeat a new herald, herald that had been thrust upon the chieftain by the princess's actions. And having cleaned up that mess to the best of your ability, made your way home. It is here, late evening, that you find yourselves after making your way back to the district, the space that you now call your own, as somewhat chieftains of your own tribe, that you were able to enter your abode. And it is here that you see Daisy, fully packed, standing at the ready, clearly waiting for you to come back, for she has made her mind up, a determination. And with a single point, she gestures towards the center of Argentholm, towards the Biting Bastion, the great citadel where the princess reigns and rules, indicating, I've made up my mind to go. And that is where we will pick back up. What happens next is up to you.
All right. That's your choice. Are you certain about this?
I can't imagine leaving. I don't think I can hide. I know it's a great risk, but I could see my father. I could check in on the others, the rest of my people, and maybe do some good there. Learn something about what's going on there. I've been trying to get in forever. Now I have an invitation.
Well, Barnabas is right. We're not going to stop you if that's what you need to do. But listen, you got us a note before. You were able to slip us a note. If you get into trouble, let us know. We'll come running.
I'll try to find ways to get in and out if I have to, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to communicate with you.
Don't take any unnecessary risks.
You will be safe for there than here.
This is a wise choice. You will not be there forever. The time will come for the final conflict. When the time comes, you will know.
The final conflict?
Yes.
Aye. Against the dragon and her ilk. The inevitable.
The dragon? You plan to fight her?
Well, I mean, yeah, this is, Yorn has seen it. There's only one way this can end.
Oh, it's not as much of a plan as it is a certainty that we're going to have to face a bridge we'll have to cross, no matter how we plan or wish one way or the other. And I know that you need to eat your meat and be strong, and I would never suggest hesitating and filling your belly with a nice roasted haunch. But don't touch any meat that you are served until you are absolutely certain that it's of a beast of the land.
Oh, God, oh my God, he's right. He's right, don't eat anything you're not sure of. Oh my God.
What are you talking about?
All I'm going to say is that if you are not certain it's a swine, a chicken, a pig, an elk, a steer, beast, make sure that you only eat the flesh of beasts. And if it tastes like pork and you're certain, taste it first. Do not eat unless you are certain. You understand, young lady?
I will do my best. I will.
All right.
Do you think I can just walk there?
She is expecting you. You will not be held. At least until you get to the Citadel.
It's in this moment that Queenie chimes in, saying that she will escort Daisy. Make sure that she arrives and sees safe passage into the Citadel, this fortress.
Well, that's for the best. Both of you ladies will be keeping a keen eye on each other. Y'all have far keener eyes than the four of us combined. We'll be fine.
Queenie also suggests that she might try to stay there for a while. See if she can find out what's happened to Ket Rostine. See if she can perhaps make better friends with Whisperfang.
I thought you might say that, given your strong opinions about the young lady going alone. Oh, this is for the best.
Daisy reaches down and grabs Queenie's hand. Thank you. I feel safer already.
Both of you have abilities to remain unseen and can move about. Do so if you are able, but do not take unnecessary risks. We are not far and we are not leaving. If the time comes and you must wait, this is fine. Do not get yourselves killed if you can help it.
It's not the plan. I'm gonna see what I can do, and if I can give you any advantage at all, safely, I'll find a way.
Good. That's great.
And Queenie, if you lay eyes upon Whisperfang, then you can take the shot.
Aye.
Do so.
As long as it's not a risk.
No, I want to see it. I want to be there. Come on.
It is irrelevant.
We have
whether
to take
you're
any
there
shot
or
we got,
not.
Mr. Stabberscotch.
No, you don't want... Barnabas, you can't be telling me that you don't want to see his head split like a melon.
I just want to see that. I want to see that his head is split. I don't need to see it with mine own eyes.
With Daisy and tell her to assassinate Whisperfang.
I am not saying she should do it, but if the opportunity presents itself, it would save us and others great pain.
It would buy us time. It would buy us time we don't have. I'm glad that the lot of you are coming around to my idea. I was made cheating for a reason, I suppose.
Barnabas, I had your back since day one. I don't like that guy.
If there was another way, I would
know
choose it. There is no other way. We have seen this.
Our wise sage agrees.
Queenie sort of nods her head and looks down with determination. Yeah, if it comes to that. My bees, should we find ourselves at the top of the tower, can be rather pushy.
Oh, yeah, that's very funny.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep my eyes on that tower day and night. Oh, and I'm just gonna pray. Oh.
Aye. Well, it's Queenie, and with that, we'll have a Queen Anne moment, like from The Departed.
And Queenie sort of scratches her ear and goes, "Wait, doesn't Whisperfang have wings?"
That was very funny.
I'll have to think about it.
Well, a little rope will solve that.
Punch some holes in those wings before you push them overboard.
See what I can do.
He may still be able to glide. Perhaps it's safer if you cut the membrane from the bony portions of his wing.
Well, you may as well just go to the joint with a paring knife at that point.
Remove them entirely,
Yeah,
yes. But if
exactly
you are
right.
using a blade in such close quarters,
You may as
perhaps
well cut
just
his
go
throat.
for the throat.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
exactly
Or
right.
in the back, straight into the lung.
The back could work, lung or heart. Either
I'll
will
figure
work.
it out, she says.
We're definitely not gonna get to see this happen.
Well, if it's in the lung, then they can't scream out.
I'll only do anything if I can get away with it, Queenie suggests.
But nothing risky. Okay. All right, ladies. Mr. Stabberscotch here isn't good at goodbyes, so I suppose we have to rest up and go attend a wedding tomorrow. You two are the lucky ones.
Queenie does look down at the invitation that you all received and sees the rosemary and comments. Tomorrow, don't you mean the day after?
We have a whole day of rest.
I'm sorry to miss the wedding. It looks like it's going to be a strange one.
We've never been good at saving the date.
Daisy, you guys were invited to a wedding?
Do we have to go to this thing?
Hi. Mr. Stabberscotch, are you getting cold feet now?
Yes, of course I have cold feet. We're in the car. I had cold feet since day one.
Oh yeah, that's true. But this cabal, these cultists, they have some sort of kinship to you.
I know.
They might be possible allies.
And just think, just a couple weeks ago we were eating snow. And now we're going to a wedding.
There might be a feast.
Scream.
What?
I could fashion you some woolly socks if this would help your feet.
It's not gonna help, Yorni. It's not gonna help. Thanks for offering.
I don't wear shoes and my feet feel perfectly fine, so I don't know what you're complaining about.
Remain safe. Remain vigilant. Before you go, I'll take a smooth stone out of my pocket and I'll take my little wristing tool and it'll carve a rune. Keep this for the code. And I'll pass it to Queenie. I'll cast Rune of Protection and I'll make cold the element.
And she thanks you. And then she says one of her country sayings about how late in the day it's getting. And it's both charming and confusing at the same time. And looks up at Daisy. Better start moving on kind of look. Daisy looks at each of you, and you exchange a very short goodbye. quick hugs all around, but Queenie isn't wrong. And they begin to make their way out.
What does knee-high on a grasshopper mean?
I don't know. I can't even begin to guess.
And before you go, here, I also stay protected. And I will hand them 2 spoons that have been bent and etched with a hexagon in each one. Oh, you never took your hex charms to ward off evil spirits, and then here. And it'll be a little, like, cloth satchel that I would have found in there, and it's just filled with salt. You know what to do.
She doesn't look like she knows what to do. But she pockets them.
And I know that, you know, you all be safe. Stay protected, stay alert, take care of each other. And I think Mr. Staviscotch wanted to say goodbye, and I smack Scrim on the back as hard as I can, pushing him towards the
No! Barnabas, I'm still sore. Can you lay off hitting me for a while, please?
Oh yeah, you got a little roughed up, didn't you?
All right. I guess. This is goodbye for now. It's just goodbye for now. All right? We'll see each other again soon.
Yeah. Well, if I find a way to get out, I'll see you, and if you visit, maybe you can ask to see me.
Consider it done.
Oh yeah, and?
What?
And?
And what?
Oh yeah, that's all you're gonna say?
What else is there to say, Barnabas?
Oh, it might be moons before we see each other again. That is a bastion what bites.
You know what? Just butt out, Barnabas. I got this, all right?
All right. Doesn't look like it. All right, all right.
Good luck with the humans.
Good luck with everything else.
Okay. All right. Taishan?
He stuck the landing.
That was good as you can smack, Mr.
Well, okay.
Got something to throw up, Barnabas? You all right?
No, you throw down the wrong tube.
Queenie almost grabs Daisy and starts to walk her out through the door, thanking you all, men, gentlemen, and then
Safe travels.
you hear the door close, and it's for a moment that you can hear the sound of their feet.
Me high on the grasshopper,
fair winds as well, and following seas.
And you can hear their feet on the snow-covered stone walkway, making their way out towards the center of town, where they can wrap towards the bridge and enter the fighting bastion. They disappear, and leaving just the 4 of you and the sound of the fire that Daisy had been keeping up, which looks close to dying, but is providing enough warmth to protect from the intense cold just beyond the doors and windows of this abode.
Now what?
Now, I fix us up a nice supper. I will survey and inventory the pantry, see what has not been pilfered by our ogre friends.
It sounds like it could be a promising end to what has proven to be a strange day.
You know, I know she didn't say much. Well, I shouldn't say anything at all, but it's weirdly quieter now.
Yay.
We could play some Parcheesi.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea. That's great. We'll pass the time while Barnabas cooks for us.
I do love a good game of Parcheesi.
I will get the ball.
And you were so good at it, Yornir. You were so good.
How about some lawyer's dice and we can wager food?
Oh, that's another fun game. I love that game. I would never even think about cheating.
Wager sausage links, eh?
This liar's dice.
Aye.
Does one lie to win?
Oh, that's the entire point. It's a bluffing game, Mr. Yornir.
It's a lot of fun.
I will try it.
We've learned from some devious pirate, so I'm a bit of a ringer. A shark, as they say. My hand turns into a shark.
Its beady eyes are just staring out in both directions.
And then I shift back and I go back and I survey and I try to get a modest yet hearty supper for me and my companions.
It's not a challenge. You're still well stocked from your efforts over the last few days, and you're pleased to see that next to the fireplace, there's already plenty of fuel, logs that have been stacked by whomever came in here to make sure that the chieftain and those closest to him got the best and first firewood. And you imagine the other ogres that you now call your tribe, sitting around their own fireplaces, perhaps staring at the board of parcheesi dumbly and not comprehending what it is to be done, or what needs to be done, but still rolling the dice and screaming loudly at whether or not one versus another.
While we play Liar's Dice or any game for that matter, Strim would absolutely be using his absurdly high deception and sleight of hand skill to win or cheat if he's losing. Okay. And like would intentionally throw some games and let Yornir get some wins and like, you know, but would definitely be trying to like hustle his friends for sure.
I have 3 6s and 1 5 and 1 4 and 1 2.
Well, yes, not how you play. That's not how you play the game.
All right, Mr. Yornir. He hasn't figured it out.
Mr. Stabiscuts. Oh, they're outlish. Troy, they better know how to play the game by the time I'm done.
I gotta re-explain. I've already explained. You don't say what, and it kind of goes on for a while.
Yeah. Eventually, you find your way to bed. Unless there's anything you want to talk about before you wake the next morning.
No, I think if we're just eating and playing games, I think Yornir would keep it to that.
You relish the time of distraction and nourishment. It feels good to be engaged with the rules of a game when given what horrors you've witnessed today, the pains you've endured. It feels good to be in a warm shelter. These are not luxuries lost on you yet. You haven't gotten used to this space. And you know that these are afforded you by your, for lack of a better word, bond with the Princess of Wrath. Eventually, sleep comes from just pure tiredness. You can't play another game of Liar's Dice or move another pawn on a parcheesi board. You make your way to your individual rooms, and you enjoy a long rest.
Thank goodness.
So I just can pull my character sheet.
This is the first time in many, many sessions where I've actually had my character sheet pulled up.
I also will say, just as an aside, from the very beginning of this campaign, I have been keeping track of a playing card set that I have. So we also would be using, you know, cards if we wanted them. It's a very old, well-used set of playing cards, but I absolutely would still have one on me even after all this time.
Yeah, an object of that size, I think you would have been able to keep on the side of your boot. You even were happy that it was warming you during those first few weeks or months on the ice sheets of Western Drakkar. It would have been brutal, and you'd be like, oh, at least my left side of my left ankle is okay.
Yeah, that's right. Or if I had taken a musket ball in the ankle, it would have saved me.
You all wake at various times in the next morning early. As soon as light hits the windows, it's not like you need an alarm clock. And you also hear the bustling sound of movement outside with a refreshed feeling. You all find yourselves back and down to Barnabas's fresh early morning breakfast cooking.
Test these eggs, all right. There we go. No witches.
Well, I'm awake now. Gosh, Barnabas.
Rise and shine.
Well, it smells good down here.
Nah.
Wait, there's... I miss this.
You know, it's been nice. I don't know if we have any plans today, but it's kind of nice to have nothing on the docket.
kind of takes me back home. Breakfast in the morning. No imminent threat running at us.
You do recall that the soup pervert, Nimrodel.
We don't call him that anymore, Derek.
The DM just did.
Who is Derek?
You do recall that Nimrodel had not just given you the invitations, but it indicated that he was going to make his inn private this evening to invite you to a feast with the matriarch of the elves from the Cursed Glade, perhaps an elderly elf known as Elder Nightbloom, and that he was extremely pushy about you making the event.
This is separate from the wedding.
It is exactly right.
Almost like a rehearsal.
Got it.
How could you have forgotten about these plans, Scrim?
So-
They relate directly to your backstory.
Oh no, Yorni, you misunderstand. I didn't forget. I chose deliberately not to bring it up.
Oh, are we deciding to stay in? We could play more games.
Hey, if it went up to me, that sounds lovely. There's no way in hell I want to go to the Nimrodel's
I have been having
Inn.
a lot of fun playing games.
No, I think that as the newest tribe in the horde of the princess, that we should pay our respects, especially if we're hoping to get the alliance, so to speak, of this order.
Do we have to? Do we really I mean, think about it. Don't answer right away, Barnabas. Don't snap off an answer. Think about it for a long time. Do we really have to?
No,
Think about it for a long time. Don't answer too wiggly.
You know, actually, Mr. Staviscotch, when you put it like that, and now that I think about it a bit longer, yes.
No!
I did spend much of the dark hours carving out of bone my own gaming implements, similar to the dice of this liar's dice, but mine are in the visage of great worms and drakes. Do you see? There are more sides, but these are similar too, and I was thinking that we could roll them and perhaps maybe fight our drakes.
Oh my gosh, you're a wonderful artist. You never you're holding out on us. You're amazing.
It is.
Look at the detail on these
It is
things.
simple
Those are
work.
beautiful.
That's a worm if I've ever seen one. Oh my goodness, what? Wait a minute.
You're excellent in Scrimshaw!
Is this a little elf? Wow!
It was inspired by the so-called soup pervert, yes. And this one, see, has a mammoth on it.
That's beautiful.
He has little hooves that stomp you if you roll this one.
Look, Yorni put in so much work for this. I think we need to do this instead of whatever you just suggested.
How long were you
like a
doing?
lot of fun.
Well, I mean, that sounds excellent. And it sounds like a wonderful game that'll be very underappreciated for the next 30 years.
And just before the game of Dragon Dice would have been invented in the world of Advantris, you hear...
Huh? Hold on, I'll get it. Who is it?
You say standing before you a young elf, almost man, a very young elf. He's tall and looks quite muscular for his age, but he's standing there with sort of at attention.
Uh-huh.
Hi.
What do you want?
I'm here to offer a sort of sorry.
Spit it out.
No, my name is Muss, and
Muss?
yeah, and
He says his name is Muss.
There is no way his name is Muss.
Keep it there. Keep it. What?
What kind of name is Muss?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out. What kind of name is Muss?
Is he human?
He looks like an elf.
Oh.
it's my name.
Uh-huh. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for Scrim and Yornir and Taishen and Queenie and
shit, he said our
Barnabas.
names.
And I'm here on behalf of Elder Nightbloom to show you around today and make sure that you're prepared for tomorrow.
Hold on a minute. Slam! He says he's here on behalf of Elder Nightbloom and he's here to show us around and stuff before tomorrow or tonight or something. I had half a mind to tell him we don't want any.
It is up to you, Sprim. This is important for your very soul. I believe we must summon our courage and leave the house today.
No.
Oh,
No! How could you even suggest something like that?
I wish not to. But it is in your own best interest,
Well, you
Sprim.
think that we should also pay the respects to the elder?
She sent an emissary. It would be disrespectful, I think, to not oblige.
Or you think we should also be prepared for another one of those things?
What?
Or another abomination to be chained up somewhere? We should be always ready for a fight, any moment, even in our own home.
Okay. Alright.
Also, ask him if he got his name from an online random generator.
Okay.
You
Wait,
open the door, and standing there is an elderly human man with a almost like balding head, and you recognize him as the poet. And he's standing there. What does a guy have to do around here to get firewood? I'm making my home here with you.
Oh, fuck! He found us!
Is this the Derek you were speaking of earlier?
No, that stupid drunk! We ran into him once when we first got here, then we saw him again at the inn, I think it was Nimrodell's place, and now somehow he found us and he's drunk again!
Is this not Derek?
What? No, I don't remember his name. I don't think his name was Derek.
Oh, he's
his
the
name?
booze pervert.
No, he's the
The booze pervert. It's the booze pervert. And he's talking about firewood and he's confused and he says he's gonna move in with us.
Wasn't he at the Ball of Chieftains, too?
Was he? I tried my best to keep him out of my brain.
We need to find out who this man is.
And Taishan, I believe, did speak to him.
I think if I'm thinking of who you're thinking of...
Do you remember his name? Did he give you his name?
He was not very memorable.
Okay, nobody panic. Everybody just stay here.
All right.
All right, Mus, booze pervert, whatever your name is, whoever you are. What are you doing here? No, you can't move in with us. We don't need...
Just a moment. You're
What?
trying to speak to Mus?
Well, Mus was standing there, and then I came back to the door, and you're standing
I
there.
pushed Glenn out of the way so that I could talk to you about it.
Glenn? What? Where's the Glenn? Is there more people out there?
You peek, and you can see ogres moving back and forth, and they're all sort of turning and looking, and seeing the attention that you're getting, shouting through the creak of this door.
Listen, Mus, booze pervert, whatever you are, be careful, I have a knife. I'm not afraid to use it.
My name's not Glenn, it's Mus.
I know. You, the drunk pervert.
Yes.
What's your name?
I am the poet.
The poet? Who named himself the poet?
I did. That's how I go.
And that's your name? You expect me to call you the poet? This guy is a self-indulgent asshole.
I would like some firewood and perhaps some brandy if you have booze. As you're not the chieftain. It's the other one, right? It's the other one, the tall one.
Just stay here. Don't move. He's looking for firewood. Does anybody have a stick I can give him?
We know that there's a great shortage of wood. In all of yesterday's trials and tribulations were about firewood.
Okay.
Here is a small twig.
Okay, all right.
Perhaps he will leave us
Give me
alone.
this. All right. Okay. All right. Listen. There's a severe firewood shortage going on. I can offer you this single twig, and I have it on good authority from the chieftain. He says to go fuck yourself, and I slide the twig through the open door.
I didn't say that, no, I didn't.
This is a tiny, shitty twig. Is that good? Go away. I put Mus back here. Mus, give me Mus.
He turns around.
Put Mus back on the phone.
He turns around and he starts to make his way out into the street, and he goes, "Yeah, that they've agreed. This is the twig of giving me firewood." And he starts to walk into the ogres, and the ogres are clearly deceived by this display and ready to give him whatever firewood he needs. He walks out of sight, and you see Mus pop his head immediately back into the.
Okay, Mus, good. You're back.
It's Mus, yeah.
God, can you believe that guy? What an asshole.
Yeah, well, I'm just glad he didn't tell my full name.
Your full name?
Yeah.
What's your full name?
I mean,
I'm here to take you to the hunt and to make sure that you get clothes and that you get a nice gift.
Don't forget about the random name generator question.
Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to ask, how did you get your name?
My parents gave me my name.
Did they use a... Did they use a random name generator? You can hear the stifled laughter from behind the door.
No.
Okay, guys, but seriously, he said no. And he says that we're gonna go on a hunt and we have clothing and a nice gift.
He said no?
No, like, no, he didn't. They didn't use a random name generator.
So, like, his parents put effort into that?
Apparently.
He implied that it was not his whole name.
Oh.
All right.
You know, I did used to dice with a lad named Muskrat. You think it's short for Muskrat?
He said he didn't want us to know his full name, so maybe we'll pry it out of him over the course of the adventure.
All right.
Give us 10 minutes and we'll be ready. All right?
Okay, we gotta get moving.
And if that drunk comes back around, don't let him near my front door.
I'll do my best. He pushed me out of the way. I fell over. It really hurt.
Stop being a little baby.
Well,
I'll be right back.
You should tell him to challenge him to a duel.
He just caught me off guard. I think I could take him.
Don't fight. And I'm gonna be gone for 5 minutes. Don't fight anybody. Well, I mean, if you want to, but just wait till we can watch.
10 minutes.
All right, 10 minutes. I'll be right back. I slammed the door. All right, we gotta get ready. He's talking about a hunt. He's gonna give us some clothing. We're gonna get a nice gift. I don't know.
It is for the best. It is the responsible thing for us to do.
Right?
Yes.
We must gain every ally we can in the coming conflict. You must be our vassal, our envoy from the clan to the elves, with your shared patronage.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm a little worried.
Why?
Well, ever since I got here, guys had some really good advice, right? Ever since we've known each other, it's been one of these things where, you know, I've been terrified of this thing my whole life, and you've all told me to embrace it. I mean, in a way, right? It hasn't gotten me yet. If it wanted me dead, I'd be dead, right? Well, what if, you know, learning the truth is scary? What am I gonna do? What if embracing it, even if it is the right path, it's just not good, and there's no outcome? What if I don't leave this place? What if I'm doomed? Like, truly doomed? Not the haha funny, it's scrim doomed. I mean, like, really, really doomed.
Mr. Stabberskotch, I understand what it's like to fear the truth, the reality of your life, so much that you want to live in a world of dreams, of fantasies. But that's a fool's errand and a coward's. Knowing is always better than not. And even if you are doomed, you'll know it. And it'll allow the 4 of us, the 5 of us, the 6 of us with the young lady to figure out how to undoom you. I wish that I knew this when I was younger. Knowledge is power.
Barnabas is right. If it turns out for the worst, and you find answers that lead down that path, you won't face it alone. We're here together. Look at what we've already accomplished. Look at what we've survived. Whatever comes for you, we'll meet it together, like we have everything else.
And you knowing or not knowing the truth does not cease to make it true.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just scared.
Oh, that's good. You should be scared, Mr. Stabberskotch. It means that you're taking it seriously. It means that this has meaning. Everything we're doing has meaning. If you weren't scared, then I'd be worried.
We are all on a great pilgrimage. And this is your part in it. The truth may shine a light upon how to fix what you wish to fix.
All right. Okay. All right. Are we ready?
I will put the game away.
I'll go tell Mus we're ready.
I'll clean it, the galley. Give me 5.
I'm
go in and
thinking
clean
of calling it Dragon Dice. What do you think?
Oh, that's as good as name as any.
I'm just so impressed you got so much detail on such a small surface.
I have been risting runes for centuries, so
Ah,
it is a long, hard-earned skill.
yes. A mastery of it.
We could play some later tonight.
I would wait until everybody's basically ready.
Yeah, I'll
and
be
then
fully.
I'll clean up.
I'll
Tell
grab
him.
everything.
Go back to the front door and tell them we're ready to go.
In case we fight another,
You swing the door open and Manius is standing there. Human man say we give food and booze?
Oh!
No, you are not to give that booze pervert a single drop of our provisions or a scrap of our firewood. Manius,
You heard the chieftain. He's right. I gave him a stick. That should be enough.
No firewood.
wait, no, there's a shortage of firewood. We can barely make it enough that from the orcs.
Stick, not decree?
No, it was a single gift to tell him to get off my porch.
He turns and he starts to stomp away without saying another word, as though he's going to have a serious
Manius!
conversation. Yes, sir.
If he refuses to give you back what he's taken, you have my permission to break his neck.
Break neck.
Or back.
Okay.
Snap him like the twig that Mr. Stabiscotch gave him.
Yeah, you're
Break
bigger than he
human
is.
man's neck.
All right.
He turns
lad.
and continues to stomp, and you see Mus standing there watching all of this exchange, and then look at you. You ready?
Yes, we're ready.
We are
Here we
ready.
are.
As we,
Now that is how you chieftain, young man.
and as we begin to depart, I look back to the group. I mean, seriously, who calls themselves the poet?
It's very self-absorbed, I would agree.
He's not a fun one to talk to.
And I can't believe Mus. You said your name was Musk?
Mus. M-U-S.
Is that short for muskrat?
No,
Oh, I think it might be.
it's not.
What about mustard?
That's what I was thinking.
Let's not be silly.
What about... What is the soup pervert's name?
Nimrodel.
Maybe he is Moose Rodar or something like that.
Oh, that would
that's
be
very funny.
crazy. What about Mustang, like a horse? Okay, well, we're gonna keep guessing, so you better keep walking.
All right, I'll tell you.
Ooh, how about
Oh,
mushy
you wait.
peas?
No, he says he's gonna tell us. Shh, shh, shh.
I want to go by Mus. I don't really like my name.
Wait, what
Okay.
is it?
It's Glenn Mustard Seed.
Oh my God! Mustard was right. Oh my!
How did you actually get that right?
No! You have to be shitting me. You're the Glenn he was talking about. Oh, Glenn, I'm screaming. Glenn Mustard Seed.
He's turning as beet red as an elf can turn, and he's just like shuffling and like walking alongside you. You may have made an enemy.
Everyone disliked that.
How do you spell Glenn?
Glen.
Glenn.
You know, if you'd just gone by Glenn, this whole thing would have been unavoidable. Would have been completely avoidable.
No, I don't like it. Sounds weird.
Yeah, but when you say your name is Mus, the next question people are gonna be like, "Is that really your name?"
I thought it sounded cool.
You thought
Well,
Mus sounded cool?
Like Mus.
Go on.
Oh, you go on.
What about choosing something entirely
That's
different?
what I was gonna say. You're a young lad. Your name can be whatever you choose it to be. How about something powerful?
Yeah, like Grimbone Neck Snapper.
Or spider.
Grimbone neck snapper?
Grimbone Neck Snapper.
Slider?
Spider.
Spider.
Like
Oh,
the spider.
The spider.
I prefer Grimbone Neck Snapper, Mr. Boyer Wilson.
People don't fuck with Grimbone Neck Snapper,
No,
let me
well,
tell you.
No one's gonna call me that.
Well, maybe we can start getting the ball rolling.
No,
you know?
with that attitude, they won't.
You gotta snap some necks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, I know where we can start. Oh my God. So when that drunk old man push you and you let him treat you like that, do you think anyone is gonna respect you if you let people walk all over you like that?
Well, he just sort of showed up. I didn't see him coming.
Well, that's just the kind of thing that someone not named Grimbone Neck Snapper would say. You gotta ask yourself, what would Grimbone Neck Snapper do in this situation?
I don't think someone would push over a person named Grimbone.
That's exactly right.
Because you know why they wouldn't?
Tell him.
Because they'd be afraid of their neck getting snapped.
Oh.
Grimbone Neck Snapper wouldn't let an old booze pervert push him over.
Yeah.
You guys know
He'd
a
make
lot.
that old booze pervert real sorry.
But you know what? It's not too late to get your courage back, lad. We know where the booze pervert is. And I think it's time to settle the score.
You mean the
Right now!
the poet?
Exactly right.
We don't have time for this.
He's right over there.
He's right over
We're
there.
halfway to the fucking.
No, we're not.
All right. There's this very brief scene. There's this very brief scene
It's only
where
been 3 seconds.
where you watch the party beat up an old man with an ogre and a 13-year-old elf. It's like the printer scene from Office Space.
I was just gonna say, I was thinking that too.
And then they make their way. Holy shit!
Inhabit it.
Oh my god. I have had too much coffee. Can we take a quick break?
Yeah, let's do it. Amazing.
Jesus.
Oh, shit. Oh, I love this campaign. Gee, that's not the great thing.
You all kill a poet. And Lust turns to you. Well, let's go down to the cursed glade. No.
Oh, neck breaker.
That doesn't happen. Instead, you continue your journey, and he leads you through the district of the Cabal, the elves that you've come to know, primarily through the innkeeper that you first met when you were fleeing authorities at during your arrival at Argentholm, Nimrodel. And you are once again confronted by the differences between the districts. Even though this is a singular city, the cultures here make their boroughs their own. And the streets reflect that. The look of the buildings reflect that. You can still see the bones of the old city peeking through, but in fact, I think I need everyone to make a history check.
A what check?
Shit,
History.
History.
Not good.
Yeah, that ain't me, man. That ain't me. It ain't me. It could not be
I
me.
thought that's a minus.
7.
16.
No, not bad.
Oh, 19.
Whoa, 19! Let's fucking go! With a +1, I got a 19.
Oh, 7 plus 1!
In pros.
It is.
I have a +1.
I have a +1.
Wow, we all suck.
Uh-oh.
We're all stupid as bricks.
Scrim, Taishen, justify however you might. You are walking through the streets of this people, and you start to pick up on a commonality of a structure that you've seen before. It looks very similar to the cabin that you saw long ago in the woods.
Oh, shit!
Oh, yeah.
When we were hit by the herald.
When you were
small
initially
random
confronted
cabin.
by the when you first heard the scream of the elder Herald of Fear.
It was like
and
ancient elven architecture.
you remember that is where Honey and Daisy had holed up for the winter, having just themselves escaped Ogreton. And you remember that all of those details come flooding back. There
was an elven skeleton there, wasn't there?
There was indeed.
Somehow we learned that the person who lived there was elvish.
We knew it was like elvish architecture. We all saw it differently, right? Didn't it look different?
I described how a shelter like this would feel to each of your characters after having survived for so long without seeing a structure that was purposefully built, that wasn't like ruins the way that the towns that you had been going through up until this point. That had been a beautiful, beautiful place. Unfortunately, it was consumed in fire in your confrontation, and whatever you could have learned there so many years ago was also extinguished. That being said,
damn,
you look at those and you realize that some of the same choices are being made when it comes to the doorways, the glass panes on the face of them, the way that beams are used, fabric, certain flanks. These all feel very familiar as you walk through. And Muss continues to guide you past what look like residences, small businesses. You can see a softly beating heart of, not commerce, this is not the marketplace that you initially crashed into, but you are able to make your way through and eventually to what almost looks like a homestead or a farm-like space, and there are a variety of couples there, different elves, and they're all standing around readying themselves for what you can only assume is the hunt. And Muss chimes in. This is it. We're here. What we need to do is pick out a pig, and then we can go out on the hunt.
Okay, so this is the first time we're hearing about any kind of hunt. So what's the deal here? Why are we picking a...
Well, it's a part of the wedding. They want the freshest ingredients, and it's been a tradition for forever.
All right, you came to the right place. I am a professional hunter.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's going to really help because the person who brings the most largest and beautiful and perfect truffle will be able to sort of bring honor to the wedding. And so
that's right.
We were hunting.
They don't eat meat.
Well, at least you can't turn into abomination.
I mean, that's pretty serendipitous. Let's be realistic here. What are the chances? You know, they're immune to the, you know.
Wait, you're calling that a hunt?
Yeah, it's a truffle hunt.
It's more of a foraging or perhaps a scavenging.
Well, it's like a competition, like a hunt. Like we're gonna grab a pig and then lead it out into the forest. I'll help guide you. I haven't done it that much, but I'm,
All I'm saying is you better weigh your words and actions carefully around us, young lad. You may be Grimbone Breakneck. Right?
I can be that now.
Neck
breaker.
I don't.
Either way.
But you are dangerously close, especially after your fear to go after the booze pervert. You are dangerously close to becoming the shroom pervert.
Oh no.
Tread carefully, young lad. Tread carefully.
What did you mean when you said abomination?
You bum it. Well, just keep not eating meat.
And you don't have to worry about it.
I think it might be too late for you to get any kind of muscle, but just
I'm
keep
strong, and he actually comparatively does look like he could grow into a strong man.
Okay, hold on. Let's go. No, go ahead, please. Taishan, please.
Hey, they're smart. They're smart.
Actually,
No abomination.
well, Muss.
Yeah.
In the last, I don't know, recent memory, has your chieftain been doing anything weird? Acting normal? Or anything kind of out of their classic day-to-day? Any shift in behavior?
No.
All right, that settles that.
Well, you've convinced me. Okay.
Can I check to see if I believe?
No, it goes from him being this like affable, like nice young man to him being like, no.
No, all of a sudden,
Realistic SpongeBob face.
photorealistic Derek's lips with a little bit of beard show up on
No.
this guy's face. No.
Dread against the DM.
May I determine if I
If he
believe
is
he's
lying,
being
yeah,
lying?
you may make an insight check.
Oh, that's the check.
That's
I should
the check
make.
you should make.
With wisdom, and I add my proficiency most likely. Ooh, I should have called for a twist.
Yeah, we have literally
Can
more
we
than
help
can
him?
use.
We're all insight. in this
Oh, are
guy.
we all
Okay.
inside together? Do I get a help?
I'm convinced.
You seem so
Titan,
trustworthy.
you asked the question. Why don't you also
Okay,
make
all
a
right.
insight?
Add 5.
You're gonna twist 5.
What
to yours.
what did you
Alright,
get?
I'll-
11.
11.
I rolled a 3. I got an 11.
Damn.
Oh, I have +8 to insight.
You got plus
Whoa.
18 on insight?
And plus
Plus
8
eight.
to
Oh,
insight.
yeah, 18
Oh,
seems like
yeah.
horseshit. That
I
was
mean,
that's
I had
completely
five.
bullshit.
Oh, you rolled. Okay, we both rolled 3s, but he adds
Plus 13.
plus 13.
So 16.
16.
Okay. A 10 would have been
Oofed up.
enough, given the embarrassed nature of this awkward teenage boy. He does clam up. He does stiffen a little bit, and
Oh,
he
boy.
does not know how to lie to someone with your authority and your strangeness. And so you can tell that he's not telling the truth.
Mus? I've played liar's dice all night. I know when I'm being lied to.
Mr. Fire Blossom. No, continue. You're doing great, Mr. Fire Blossom.
Speak plainly. What's happened here?
Nothing is happening. It's all. We're gonna go on a truffle hunt, and then I'm gonna take you to the tailor, and then I'm gonna take you to get a gift, and then we are gonna go have a dinner. And I can help. I'll be there the whole time, and it'll be great. It'll be really fun.
Mus, if you don't come clean with us, something terrible will happen. And it will be on you. Your actions could lead to the destruction of your entire clan and its way of life if you continue to lie to us.
Tread carefully, boy.
Just that, and he like leans in real
Make a
conspiratorial.
persuasion check.
Just that your arrival has been, everything has changed. It's why we want you to be at the wedding. It's really important. Nothing bad. I can't tell you. I shouldn't tell you.
You're right, boy. And I'll kind of tap his shoulder, and I'm gonna pull him in, and really grip his shoulder. Now I'm going to ask you something, boy, and you better not lie to me or my friends. Has the leader of your clan, or anyone else that you know, dined with the princess in the last month? Perhaps 2 moons.
Think so.
Are you sure about that?
I know she sees all of the chiefs and elders, but not like. I don't know. I don't know why.
I'll try to discern if he's lying.
Make an insight check.
Oh, let's go. Big number. Let's go.
Insight, you say?
Insight. What the fuck is it? Oh, 17.
17. He seems genuine in his not knowing this. He seems like he doesn't want to be pushed to reveal something that he shouldn't.
I'll grip tighter. What are you not telling us, boy? There is aberration here. Taboo abomination. Oh, there, lad. There.
And from like knee height, I'm gonna be standing next to him and I'll be like, and I have a knife.
Nothing bad.
And then what is it? If there's nothing bad, you should be honest with us. Oh, you just met us. But
They want your help. They want your help.
Like we are here to help. With what?
How would they like us to help?
The princess, she's not really nice, and we're not doing good, and she's mean and really mean, and I think the elder, I think she has a plan to help, that we can all help each other and be okay. Okay? I didn't tell you, okay?
Oh, all right. I'll release his shoulder. I am sorry, lad. I didn't mean nothing by it. We're just trying to help in their dark deeds afoot, and we're trying to make sure that the people of this horde are not fostering abominations. You wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
I'm sorry, boy. I after the events, we're a little on edge. Here, this will help you calm down. How old are you, boy? We're the equivalent of, perhaps, for a mortal man such as myself.
I'm still young. I'm 13.
13. Well, you don't know how elves work, but you're old enough for this. And I'll take my pipe, kind of wipe it off. I'll get my my grow bag, and I'll put it in. Here you go, boy. Now take a good old puff of that. Don't actually do it, okay?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you really numb this thing.
Oh, there you go. You can borrow that while we're on the hunt. It'll put some air on your chest.
You keep it.
Oh, no, take another one.
I think I might throw up.
No, take another one. You need one other puff will get you through. I'm lying. Oh, you there? Don't you feel good? Doesn't that mellow you out?
Jesus.
I'll be right back. I need to find a pit.
When he runs off, the moment he runs off, and Tyshen and Barnabas, maybe they're laughing about the situation, I'm going to turn to Yornir and be like, I don't know, Yornir, something doesn't add up about this. Why would he warrant that kind of reaction if he just wanted our help? Something's going on here.
Even thinking it would be treason to her, and we know she deals in afflictions and curses. I do not blame him for his fear, but he confirms that we may yet gain another ally.
I don't get it. That's an extreme reaction for just wanting to ask us for help. Something's going on here.
There seems to be a running theme here. Is the clans are not finding favor with the princess, and the chieftains turn towards some plan to shift their tides, as it were. And that does not seem to be good news.
There's no way that the princess has been slipping them meat, right? There's no way they'd fall for that.
Boy, there is a way. If she did it with one tribe, was to say she didn't do it with the others.
You think they'd know that they weren't eating, not meat, right?
She has the power to affect someone in such a way. Who's to say that she can't do it in a different way? We could be limited in thinking of what her power to corrupt truly is.
All right. You guys all right? We gotta be ready for anything. One of these things could pop out of nowhere. Around any corner.
Well, we killed the last one easy enough.
It was just chained to the wall. Miraculously.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, God. One of these things running wild through one of these districts is gonna be a nightmare.
We can't also lose sight of the fact that the chieftain was bringing people down there to feed it. We can't trust what they may have us do.
But the princess is trying to raise an army here. What benefit does it do to her to have some horrible terror just run and wreak havoc through all of her army, her districts?
Well, nothing to lose it, but To hold some terrible sway over a chieftain, to force them to work harder, develop more,
Damn it!
grow more wood, create more, produce for her warring hordes?
Manipulate a single leader, and you have hordes pledged to her banner.
Okay, so we're banking on the fact that she thinks she knows what she's doing, and she's not gonna have one of these things just go on a rampage, right? We got that going for us?
There is no evidence, thus far, that she has done this more than once. But there are many means of deceit and treachery. Beyond being fed flesh of your own kind. Who knows what other means she has to put pressure on the leaders to get her way.
You've all been able to have this conversation on the side of the street, almost in the shadows, just quietly murmuring to each other, keeping your eyes out, watching the foot traffic go back and forth. No one approaches you until you see Mus wiping his mouth, eyes still watering, walk up back to you, and I'm sorry,
No, there's a good lad.
I don't think I want to do that again.
Well,
We gotta get a pig. We gotta get going.
all right. To the hunt.
How do we pick the pig that has the best chance of finding the largest truffle? Barnabas, have you had truffle before? Have any of you ever had truffle before?
Well, you cook with truffles, but I've always found it overrated.
Oh. Well, I've only ever liked it because it's very expensive.
Wait, that's what I mean. It's a bunch of merchants who are they're raising the prices because they say it tastes better than it does.
Really? I always thought it tasted pretty good.
Wait, because you believe the mumbo jumbo of the merchants and the truffle vendors.
What?
Well, I don't have many. I've not sailed
Wait.
with many fine folk.
Are you suggesting that just because someone told me that it tastes good, that What if this happens with other things?
Oh,
What if alcohol's not that good? What if I've just been...
Yeah, you need a minute? Mr. Zeb's
No, I don't. I can't dwell on that. I can't think about this. We gotta go.
To answer your question, Scrim, I don't think that we're gonna have much of a choice. I told you guys we needed to hurry. And he points, and you look,
no.
and there's only one pig left.
Does it look like it's very good?
And you turn,
It has the 3 legs.
and you see this ancient, huge, fat pig.
Well, that's a good sign. Ancient fat is good.
He's got his
Not
face
mine.
is all
Doesn't
scrunched
look in
up,
the profile.
all just like huge.
Ancient,
Is
old pig.
fat flaps.
That's a good sign.
And like this, his massive nose, and he's just barely moving. He looks like
Ancient,
he looks like the
dusty
leader
pig.
of the Boar clan from Princess Mononoke.
No, this is good.
That's good. That's
That's a
good.
good thing.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
I don't know if he's been out for a while.
Wow, whoa.
That's Wilbur.
Wilbur?
Yeah.
Oh my god, can you talk to Wilbur? Please, can you talk to Wilbur?
No,
if you can talk to Wilbur, we're gonna win this thing.
No, didn't you talk to Fiesta on the ship? May it rest in peace.
I am able to speak with Wilbur. The
Yes!
question is, do I want?
Yes, you do. Look at him.
You can speak to Wilbur?
Oh, you definitely want to,
Look at
Mr.
him. He's ancient
Yornir.
and filled with wisdom, just like yourself.
It's a pig with stories.
Oh, think about the stories he can tell.
Oh, I can't stop thinking about the stories he could tell.
He must have seen so many truffles in his lifetime. This is a sure thing. Can we bet on this?
I need 10 minutes.
All right, do we get 10 minutes?
10
Young
minutes
lad?
to speak
sit
to Wilbur.
down
I'll
and I
give you an
cross my
hour.
legs.
Bone.
It's still morning. I mean, we gotta get going. We gotta walk, and then we gotta see the
Light some
tailor,
incense.
and then I gotta get you to the.
Grimbone, I'm gonna need you to shut the hell up for 5 minutes. Oh, 10 preferably while Yornia does his thing.
I still think I.
Yeah, good, go. Get, go. Just
I still
go.
think I prefer
Don't
must.
get sick
you
here.
let
Do
it
it
go.
around the building. Go around the tunnel.
I'm like an empty
God.
Capri Sun. He stays with you, but you do take a moment, Taishen, Barnabas, and Scrim, on your own, waiting for Yornir to access the weird, meditate, do whatever it is that he does.
I sit there, like several minutes goes by, and there's kind of an awkward silence, and then he's sitting there, and while we're there, I kind of look to my other two friends, and I say, you guys ever wonder what you taste like? I think about it a lot.
Oh, you've never wondered that once in my entire life.
Not
You think about that a lot?
Yeah, it comes up a lot. You've never once wondered what you taste like.
What you taste like?
Yeah, what you taste like. I've never had the courage to, take a bite of myself.
I'm glad that you haven't.
No, just me?
I don't know. Why?
No, okay. Another 7 minutes passes in silence.
So this architecture...
And now uncomfortable silence.
This architecture looks a little familiar. I can't place it, though.
I've been thinking about it.
Oh! You scared us. Oh, easy there.
What's he doing?
Wilbur. And you all hear.
He's doing it! He's doing it! Grimbone, prepare yourself, because what you're about to see is going to be amazing.
Can you call me Mus?
No, I can't. Go!
Not
Go!
after you killed that guy. Not after you killed the poet in the streets, we can't.
Wilbur, I beseech you.
You walk up and you approach this massive pig. Oh yeah. Who speaks to Wilbur?
Are you ready for the great hunt we are about to embark upon?
It has been many winters since Wilbur has been on the hunt.
What can Yornir do for you to ensure that we have a successful truffle hunt?
What I'm imagining right now is Yornir and the pig are snorting at each other. Scrim is looking on with the biggest smile on his face. Taishen and Barnabas are kind of nonplussed but interested in what's going on. And Grimbone is like, what the fuck? And he's like so confused.
Yeah. No, I mean, Yornir in Perfect Pig is just...
Well, you see,
the whole
Grimbone,
thing.
right there is where you get your baby back ribs, and then right here is the ham hock, and there's where you shave off the pork belly.
We
right
don't
there.
do that. None of us do that. That's like,
Not even the money meat.
He continues to snort and huff, tapping his foot every once in a while. Yornir, in perfect common, you are understanding. It's been many years, but Wilbur is the best truffle hunter. The best all round. The question is exactly that. What can you do for Wilbur?
Yornir, what's happening? Did he tell you that he's found 1,000 million truffles? Tell us!
What do you wish? I'm still snorting. What can we do for you to enable you to perform your incredible talent?
Tell him I want to ride him like a pony. Tell him, I'll ride him into battle while we find truffles.
Oh, and ask him if he dies of old age or natural causes. Can we still turn him into bacon then? And sausages?
And can he only find truffles, or does he know how to find other things?
And pork chops?
Would you find us some truffles for a Charleston chew?
Aroo!
He said the thing!
I know it! I know that reference!
Oh, my kidneys.
Wilbur would like to be respected. He's tired. He looks for luxury. He looks for ear squitches.
If we are successful and victorious this day, I will grant you a great honor at the right hand of my chieftain in the Iceborne clan.
You have the right.
As his advisor, I have the ear of the chieftain. He does as I say. He believes my words and my influence has a great sway over him. More so than he realizes.
Then lead the way, tall one. Lead the way slowly. For Wilbur is an old pig.
No, he's moving! He's walking! You've done it! Tell us what he said!
I will just turn and look at you. And you'll see me turn into a pig. All right, Wilbur.
They're communicating!
It is you and I together.
We
will
follow
both-
the pigs!
You tell me what to sniff for, and I will join you. I will follow your lead. Let us find the truffles.
They are but 2 hours away.
Then let us not waste any time.
Let us go. You watch as Yornir, a fitter pig that still somehow has Yornir-esque aesthetics, walks
kinda
forward
blue
with
and gray.
Wearing giant
his huge face jostling back and forth as he continues to step forward.
I have like runes on my pig test.
I guess we're on our way. Wait.
Oh, yeah, we're following. You want to do his thing. He's-
lad. Keep up.
Here we go. We're off. This is it. Buckle up.
So I'm like side by side, just asking Wilbur about his many pigtails, and I want to try to.
That's very funny, pigtails.
that was unintentional.
He shares with you a life of adventure, life of, for what a pig might consider adventure, finding the best truffles, always being a champion. By the time you come
Does he
to
have a
the
family?
end, he's either certainly.
He had a wife?
He had a wife.
Does he still have a wife?
Many of the other pigs who have been taken in his instead of him are his daughters and sons.
What's his actual name? Does he have a name that he calls himself?
Oh.
Name generator. Pig. He refers
Spiro Agnew.
Agnew
done.
Sure, why not? I was gonna say that he refers to himself as Wilbur, and that just happens to be like he's been grown up. He's grown up being called Wilbur, so he just has been making that assumption, and he wears it as a badge of pride.
Are we like, where are we going? Are we leaving the village?
You leave the district. You walk.
Wow.
And you realize as you pass through the gates, through the massive wall that surrounds Argentholm, that you are going on a path that Queenie once took before, southeast. Southwest towards the mountains, where Yornir, you would actually been somewhat familiar with this. There are trees enough to support perhaps the finding of rare truffles. And after a few hours of walking, you do find yourself in this space, and I need you to make a nature check for me.
So as we've been walking, as we've been getting kind of higher into the highlands, and there's a great view all around us, we walk in a single file line, and it goes ba 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 ba, and there's two pigs, the three of us and an elf boy.
I can see the sweeping crane shot now with the rocks,
exactly
and everyone's
right.
coming
Yeah,
up
yeah.
over the yeah.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
Do I have advantage because of my pig sniffing?
I would say that you do.
Crummy sniffing truffle pig.
Oh, that could have been a lot better. It's still a 13.
You should have fucking twisted it, man.
I should have.
We
I
literally
need
have
to-
300.
Wilbur turns to you. Not picking up the scent, are we?
I am trying my best. It's my first time. Is there something in the air I should be attuning to?
It takes a lifetime of understanding, of knowing how the roots have a symbiosis with the greatest, the bestest of the truffles.
Teach me your ways, Wilbur. I wish to be a great truffle-sniffing pig like you.
You are smelling in the wrong spot. And he waxes poetic as he goes from tree to tree. And you watch as Yornir is like, perhaps has a spring in his step and starts to go from root system to root system, smelling out for the exact right conditions that would create these truffle conditions. And I need you to roll a d6 for me.
I will be keeping an eye out for
that's not an actual D6.
any kind of abominations,
Okay.
aberrations. I am on edge
Make a perception check for me.
because of I am using 5 twists.
We very generously have twists to spare.
Roll a
22.
22.
22.
You are keeping an eye out. Through the trees, you occasionally spy others who are themselves either already digging underneath roots or are being led or leading their pigs through this space. It seems that you've been brought to almost a common grove, very common spot where this sort of treasure might be found. What? Anything else?
All right. No abominations except for the competition. Wait, is this a competition? Is this a race?
Oh yeah, from my understanding, what our boy over here, Grimbone, said, you know, we gotta find the biggest truffle.
Yeah, I think the biggest truffle wins.
Is that right, Grimbo?
Yeah, well, it's not. That's the biggest. I mean, you could find a big one, and it could be like all rotten and stuff.
So
It's
high
the best
quality
one.
too.
The best.
All right. Well, Mr. Yornir and Mr. Wilbur are digging up the truffles. I think we go help out all of the other competitors.
You know what? I think Barnabas is right. He's our chieftain after all.
Aye, that's right.
So maybe you stay here, Grimbone, and keep an eye on our truffle-sniffing pigs, and Barnabas, Tyshen, and I will do a little helping.
Are you guys gonna cheat?
No.
Oh, no, we would never cheat at something like this.
One quick question, though, before we move any further from that question. Is the judging done by somebody tasting these mushrooms?
The Elder Nightbloom. She evaluates them as part of the wedding ceremony. We all bring them tomorrow.
I turn my back to Grimbone and I lean in closer to our good friends and I say, what she doesn't know is that we have drugs.
Drugs. You
That's right.
I need you to make a group deception check.
Oh, there we go.
Deception? Oh, mine's so high.
9.
I got a 25.
15.
Wow. Right on the line. All right, but as long as you guys aren't doing anything like mean, just like, you know, interfering with this is our like traditions and stuff, all right?
Oh, Grimbone, we would never do anything mean. No.
No, we won't. We won't.
We're very respectful of tradition.
You guys come back.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, okay. You say you're allowed to keep an eye on the pigs. That's your sacred duty.
He does.
All right.
You turn and you start to make your way through the forest. What did you roll on your d6?
A 3.
A 3, thank you. You start to smell what Wilbur is describing.
I smell it, Wilbur.
And you start to dig up against the roots into the dirt. You start to pull with your pig hooves, and sure enough, there, once you expose the roots, you can see that there are these small little knots, these almost fungus-like bulbs that you're able to sniff around and pull out. These aren't brown or chocolate colored. However, once they've been freed of the dirt, you can see that they almost glow. There's not literally bioluminescence, but just that they have such vibrant colors of this almost like bone white and blue spotting on the exterior of them. As soon as Wilbur sees it, he goes, "Terrible, terrible, terrible! This is nothing. This is a pittance. This is A poor showing, a poor showing. We should move on from here. There's clearly not enough truffles in this area.
What makes these poor truffles? They look just fine to me.
Yes, the size of them. A little aged. Not quite in their ripest form, I think.
Oh yes, you are quite right, yes. I believe I smelled the same thing.
We must keep looking, I think.
May I taste one before we go?
I'll have the other if you don't mind.
And I take a bite.
Cheeky bastards.
I'm Squidward when he tries the Krabby Patty.
Oh, yeah.
Or like
Just
my
like
teeth, and I literally just go to the edge and I take my teeth come in and take the
His
tiniest
tongue
bite imaginable.
hugs the other one, and it disappears into his gullet with a disgusting swallowing sound. It tastes good. It actually, for what experience that you've had with truffles, this feels fresh and right. Wilbur either has excellent discerning tastes, or he's not telling the difference.
Or he's bullshitting you. He doesn't know.
I'm gonna look at Nimrod, or what's his name?
Muss.
A.K.A.
And
Grimbone.
Yeah.
and point at it. To like try to get him to like collect it. I'll like nudge it to him.
Yeah. He pulls a satchel out. He picks it up and he rolls it into his pack.
Just in case we need extra. Lead the way. We'll run right behind you.
He starts to snort forward, and I need you to make another nature check. Meanwhile,
I'm twisting 5 times.
What are you doing?
All right, here's the thing. I was picking up what you were putting down, but the problem is that everybody knows what we look like. We can't go running around through the woods destroying everybody else's mushrooms. So how are we gonna do this with getting away with it and not being found out? We can't kill anybody either. They haven't deserved to be killed. You know, let's be realistic here.
That's right.
What are you thinking? What do you have on your mind?
I mean, plans like these are usually what you're good at.
Oh, but here's the problem: is I can't go running around through the woods even scaring people, because at the end of the day, they're gonna be like that little green guy. He was running all over the place scaring people. They're gonna know we cheated.
That's true. No. No, that wouldn't work. No. What if I think I got it? I think I got it. Here, getting close. Oh, that worked.
No. If only Creamy were here. I mean, we can't even navigate these woods. I was thinking at the very least we could track some of the other people down, follow them, and steal the truffles before they find the good ones.
Wait, both of you have powerful magics.
Sort of, yeah.
Do you have the ability to make yourself look like someone else and sound like someone else?
No.
I mean, I do a pretty mean impression, but that's about as good as you get.
I was saying maybe perhaps.
Who do you want us to look like?
Look like perhaps Nimrodel or someone else that we could pin the subterfuge and sabotage on.
Oh, you want me to do Nimrodel? Okay, hold on a second. It kind of sounds like. Yeah. Welcome to my inn. Please try my delicious soup. That's pretty good, right?
Well, you forgot to mention. It's like you're there. Spot on.
Hold on.
Remember that?
I forgot that. Also, I'm a pervert.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. But you also forgot to say how creamy your soup was.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, there we go.
Did you try the soup? And did you notice how creamy it is?
Maybe add that it would bring you great enjoyment if we tried your creamy soup.
I
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, yeah, that's right. This was
Yeah.
greatly appreciate it if you would try my delectable creamy soup.
He's a lot taller than you, though.
Ah, well, no, we don't have an answer for that.
Oh, you think if we pin it on Whisperfang, we can turn the Cabal against him? Perhaps they can use their magic to have him suffer an untimely death. You think you do a Whisperfang?
Oh, let me try. Hold on a second.
Wait, there you go.
My name is Whisperfang. Would you like to try my delicious soup?
I didn't know he could do so many different impressions.
I think he's doing the same thing.
There was a hint of something. You didn't hear the whisper. There was a little lisp.
I think that was the same. I think that was the same thing.
Not bad, right?
I liked it. It might not work.
I have an idea.
Okay, all right.
How good are you at hiding? How can we hide most of me? Like camouflage, so to speak.
This was Queenie's thing. I don't know.
We might be able, if I can just have my hand out, I could let people think that they're forest sharks. And
forest shark?
Oh,
is that a thing?
Why not?
Shit, I don't know.
I could go in a bush and then go.
Look, I don't know how good a plan that is, but I would pay to see that.
Well, I can actually be pretty charming. We might be able to set you up in a bush. We invite them to go over, saying that we think that some of the best truffles are at this bush. But look out for winter bush sharks, because if you encounter one, you only have 3 more days to live.
This is devolving into a terrible prank.
Mr. Fireblossom, that suggestion
It's bad, I know.
was brilliant!
Oh! Yes!
Alright.
Well, let's do it!
Alright. I'm gonna go hide in this bush over here.
Make a stealth check. And what did you get for your perception?
25.
25.
For the nature.
You are starting to pick up on the notes of nature that Wilbur is clearly picking up on.
Yes.
You're getting accustomed to your pig form, and there are something else that you might not even have picked up, even with your great experience with nature being what it is as Yornir. It seems like you are uniquely attuned to this wavelength of the forest, and you start to pass a tree, and then you stop. Turning, you think that perhaps this is right. You hear Wilbur, "Yes, you're starting to do it. You're doing it, Yornir.
I believe they are here.
Dig!
I feel the instinct to dig! And I dig.
You
I
dig,
dig, I
and
dig, I dig, I
a few
dig.
moments later, you are able to surface. Roll a d6 for me.
D6, please. A 1.
A 1.
A 1.
I
can't twist these, can
your
I?
excitement turns to disappointment. What is clearly the most ripe and perfect truffle is not the size that you might have hoped. It's smaller than the previous truffles. You can tell, though, that it is an order of magnitude more delicious. Your single bite that you had, I'm not going to tell you what your taste was, but you can tell that those connoisseurs who do enjoy the flavor would have found it to be terrific. This is going to be a heavenly bite. Wilbur's disappointment is clear in his silence.
This is a fine truffle, Wilbur. Do you not agree?
Yes. It just, unfortunately, never grew to its potential.
It's not the size that counts, Wilbur. It's the savor of the flavor. Glenn!
While that may
Collect
be true
this
in many
truffle,
other
Glenn.
things, in this competition, size counts.
Oh no.
Muss reaches down. Good work, Yornir.
I'm trying my best! And I'll... Adam.
You continue deeper into the woods.
We're
and I need to
going.
make you an additional nature check.
I'm twisting 5. I need new d20s here. Hold on.
Barnabas, what did you steal?
22.
22. You just wait till no one's looking. Everyone's looking at roots. You feel very confidently that you have slunk into a bush, and that you are a big enough one to conceal your enormous frame.
The moment that Barnabas looks like he's concealed, Taishen and I would commit to memory where he is.
Yeah, 100%.
And we would immediately try to go see if we can find someone else with the truffle pig looking for truffles.
Wait, with the biggest truffles.
Yeah, we would try to find somebody who looks like they're about to find an amazing truffle.
Why don't you make a perception check
All right,
at
Tyson,
advantage because you're
help me out.
talking about it?
Yeah, help me out.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Follow my lead. all right?
I'm gazing where you are.
Keep your eyes out for anybody who looks like the suit pervert, and we'll find what they're looking for, all right? Oh, let's fucking go. Perception? Got a big old 24.
Holy shit, you're right over there!
You hear Taishen yell, "Holy shit!" right over there.
And I look at the direction
They're right
pointing.
behind us! They're 3 feet down!
Almost on a leash, you see a very beautiful young couple who are enjoying seemingly the walk as much as they are enjoying it, and their pig is very excitedly starting to jump almost towards a tree, and they're looking at the pig. You know, I think that this might be a truffle. I think that this might be a really big one based on the excitement of
Okay, follow my lead, all right? Don't miss a beat.
I got a backup.
Quickly. Oh, help! Help! We need help! And we run up to this couple. Help! Please help us!
Oh, please!
Is everything okay? What
No, nothing is okay!
Not even one thing!
We need help! You need to come with me!
You're the ones from from out beyond the city.
Yes, and I know that this is very important. My good friend Taishen, he's gonna wait here with whatever's happening here to make sure that nothing else happens, and you have to come with me.
I'm very good with truffle pigs.
He turns. Nanatus, stay here.
No, both of you have to come with me.
Make a deception check.
I'd like to twist this.
Oh yeah.
Can I have 5 twists?
5 twists.
Absolutely.
Natural fucking 20! And with a plus 13, I get a 33.
Oh, that's good.
Get the heck out of here, Nanits!
Holy shit.
Come on! There's not a moment's time to lose!
There's not enough time, Venator. Let's go! And
I start
the
running,
couple starts
not too
chasing-
fast, but fast enough where they can chase me, and I run back to the bush where Barnabas is waiting.
They're following you, Taishen. I assume you're jogging along, or are you?
No, truffle pig,
Truffle pig. Yeah.
Yeah.
You stay behind and you race forward.
It was right here! It was right here in the bush! I saw it!
What?
You have to get closer! Hurry! I'm screaming. There's almost tears running down my face. In the bush!
Stay back.
In the bush!
I will take care of
Both
this.
of you!
The tiny green man doesn't know what he's doing, and he starts to step forward, and he gets closer and closer and closer, and you can see him trembling. He looks down, and from the snowy ground, he picks up a huge branch with a bunch of gnarled twigs coming out.
Rustle in the leaves.
And
no.
he gets probably within 2 feet, 1 feet of you, Barnabas.
I scream like I'm not expecting
I
it.
will stick out both of my hands as gnashing shark heads. As I will then also cast Fog Cloud.
Oh.
As fog will billow out, and then I'll be sticking crab legs out of the bush. I am a bush shark! You have been marked for death! Leave these hills now and never return! Or I will kill you and your family and eat you whole and gobble you up!
Make a performance check at advantage.
I'm adding 5 twists.
We got him.
Okay, not bad. Performance, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Not intimidation? Performance?
Oh, intimidation is fine.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
totally
you,
fine.
Thank you. 13 plus 4 is a 17 plus 5 is a 22.
I would say that is enough. They are immediately deceived, especially by the addition of a fog machine to your haunted house. And they both...
am to tell no one of the bush shark. No one will believe you anyway.
One of your hands feels a blunt attack as it does no damage, but a branch breaks off of one of your hands as this elf smacks it, and then he yells, "Run, Venator, run!"
I'm gonna take a little nip.
Oh.
After he gets hit, I'm gonna
Make an attack roll.
Counterattack.
yeah, you know, I'm technically. I'll do a reckless attack.
The elf turns and runs.
I could.
That'll hit probably.
Natural
24.
20. I rip his throat out accidentally.
Yeah, you hit.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do one little attack.
You add your rage damage.
Yeah. He has more health.
Bonobos!
3 plus 3 is 6. Plus 16. 6. 10.
I'm afraid in your rage you killed him. You
Not lethal.
Yeah.
As the shark teeth rips in his throat.
Right, non-lethal. I will say that you don't close down, but you do smash into his wrist, and the back molars dig in, and you know that you have definitely like drawn some blood, but even if he might have a bruise, it's not going to break a bone or do anything like that. It's too late. This elven couple are shocked and frightened, and they give you a quick glance. Scrim!
I'm screaming, run!
They turn and they bolt in the other direction.
Don't know what it is!
I like take 3 or 4 steps after them, and then I stop, and I'm like, all right. I turn back to Barnabas. That was perfect. Come on out, buddy.
Oh, he's a ghost clear.
Yeah, I think they're gone, and Tai Shen stayed back with the truffle. I think we got this in the bag.
Nicely done, all according to plan. Cournier's going to be so proud of us.
Just like we drew it up.
You can hear the screams of the couple screaming, and you can hear Barnabas yelling about bush sharks in his creepy way. But this pig is still focused on the roots beneath the tree.
Oh, they sound like they're having fun.
What do you do?
Oh, come on, pig. You were just finding a great truffle.
Roll a d6 for me.
Ooh.
I swear to
6.
God. I'll kill you.
Oh, great pig! I'm so lucky.
You reach down, and it's starting to nudge up, but it can't even get its nose underneath this softball-sized truffle that you're able to wrest free from the roots, and it smells fresh. It seems nice. Seems really nice, yeah.
My truffle is perfectly normal. Average amongst Dracarian truffle pigs.
You made another nature check.
I did, 26.
26.
Yeah.
You and Wilbur continue to make your way deeper into this forest, and it's this time it's Wilbur who smells that. I think we may have it. This smells like the biggest cash I've ever smelled in all my pig years.
Yes, I will help. Let us do it.
You do smell it, and you start to make your way. Roll a d6 for me.
Please. 2.
2. Wow.
Perfectly normal.
Your mirrors never asking for it.
Here's
Great big senses.
Here's mechanically why the d6s have mattered. Each time you roll, it adds to the previous roll that you've done. So your 3 plus 1 plus 2 also equals 6. And you do find an additionally large truffle. Whether or not it is as good as Tai Shen's is yet to be determined at the judging ceremony. However, you rest down into the dirt, and you find this thin, wide, almost flat truffle. Smelling it, it has that same smell as the smallest one that you found, but it is massive, and you feel like you've oh wow, Yornir, Wilbur, you guys did it. This one looks really good. I've never seen one like that in all of my elven years.
Master, did you hear what he said? We have done well this day.
Yes, my disciple. I believe we've found the winner.
You truly are the president of truffle pigs.
Aru, Yornir. Aru.
I I was secretly hoping that as soon as the order found this, he'd be like, fuck you.
Wilbur's back!
Wilbur, when he says like, oh, did you hear what he said? Yes, he said blah, 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 blah.
You collect your truffles, you eventually reassemble, and you start to make your way back, knowing that through Muss's guidance that there's still things that need to happen today, and if we stay here any longer, that there will be no time for what's needed before the dinner. It takes another hour or two before you eventually reach the perimeter, the outer limits of Argentholm. You pass underneath the gate most adjacent to the Cursed Glade, and you make your way back in towards the center of the place that the elves call home. And that's where we'll take another quick break.
Oh, man.
Bjorner, how long does your wild shape last?
I think like 2 or 4, like maybe 4 hours at this point. It's,
Yeah, we're
it's
getting up
pretty.
there.
It's pretty crazy. Let me take a look. Let me take a quick look.
I think it's half your level in hours. If
I think you're
recall
right.
correctly.
So
Whoa.
4.5 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, just
Holy crap.
Yeah. It gets crazier and
And
crazier.
if I need to, I can use it again to extend
Yeah, you
the
can just
duration.
extend the
so
charge
I'm
and
happy
stay
to,
in the forest.
I'm happy to do that.
Let's go.
You are all making
4
your
hours.
way back, and excited by the victory, and having been on a hunt again, presumably having been on the hunt again for the first time in a long time, Wilbur sort of hangs back. Just continues to sniff around. Not that you're around trees anymore. You've transitioned back to getting close to that outer perimeter of Argentholm. But it's in this moment that Muss engages the three of you and Hignir. I think we did really good. We've got two really good ones. The one you found is gorgeous and beautiful. Yours smells amazing. I think we're really gonna bring a lot of honor to tomorrow's celebration.
Well, good, because you'll never believe that we just stumbled upon our backup truffle.
I was just walking around.
You found it
came
without a
across
pig?
it.
We did. We got very lucky.
Yeah.
But, 3 heads are better than 1 pig, they say.
Yeah.
You guys really are amazing.
Well, we're naturals, you could say.
Well, we have 2 quick errands that we need to take care of before we make our way to the market where Nimrodell's inn is. We have to go to the tailor and we have to pick up like a gift or something. Can we do that real quick?
Like we're picking up a gift for Nimrodell.
For the bride and groom.
Oh, of course. I should have known. Okay, that's
Truffle
fine.
doesn't count as a gift?
The truffle is for the celebration, for the whole wedding party. It'll be used in the dishes that we eat.
All right.
That's fine. What kind of gift should we get the happy couple?
Yeah.
Well, you have to choose. It's like it's important that it comes from you.
Okay.
The Elder Nightbloom. She wants to make sure that you're perceived as participating, and so she's making a gesture. She's going to pay for all of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right.
Great.
Well, we can't say no to that.
I'm gonna get you guys to the tailor, and then I'm gonna make my way, make sure that your truffles are all stored safely, and then when you're done, I'll take you to the shop.
Okay. Say no more.
Well, that's right, Mr. Yornir. Well done finding a nice, handsome truffle. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Very impressive.
Okay, it's time to shift back out, I presume.
Wilbur, thank you.
You turn, and Wilbur has been falling farther and farther and farther behind,
swear to
looking
God,
and looking
Derek.
and looking, and you see a shadow flash over all of you, and you hear a sound as it disappears between 2 talons, massive wings having picked Wilbur up off of the field, clearly swiping down. The Princess of Wrath immediately grabs Wilbur and disappears into the sky as fast as you saw the shadow flash over you.
Wilbur! No! I'm squealing.
Yes,
as a pig
you
right
hear
now.
you hear that squealing sound. All of you. Oh! Shoot!
What? What do you mean, shoot?
She must have taken Wilbur.
Why?
Why would you take Wilbur?
I'll shift back in a flash of light. She will pay for this.
You see her great wings continue to flap and glide, and she turns towards the forest and disappears almost into the mountain fog, going in the same direction that you just came in.
In the stories I was told, I always heard that dragons favored mutton, not swine.
You think she's gonna eat him?
It is a near certainty.
I don't know why a dragon would make off with such small fare, although I suppose he was a big pig, eh?
She has an entire kingdom. She has an entire kingdom of people to bring her food. Why would she have hunted Wilbur?
Are we just here to suffer? Is there no good in this world? What have we done in a past life that we've been forced to be punished like this?
I told
Why
you.
are we here?
I told you guys.
Only to suffer?
Shh, he's not very nice.
This is like eternal hell.
He was the president of Truffle Pigs.
The president?
Yes,
You spoke to him?
I did. I spoke to him for hours.
Yeah,
4 hours.
That's traumatizing. I
Oh.
should say.
This isn't funny, Barnabas.
One moment
Oh,
he
not-
was there, and then suddenly you were gone. We will avenge you, President Wilbur.
President.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is like top 3 of the worst things that have ever happened to us on this godforsaken landmass.
Well, at
And
least
I'm including the Hell Lighthouse.
maybe top 50. I'll give you that. Top 50. Certainly, Mr. Stabiscotch. But remember, he was just a pig. I'm just gonna say it. He was just a pig.
He was not just a pig.
Oh, yes, he was.
You take that back.
Just a
You take that
pig.
back.
She just swooped in right
I'm
behind
gonna
us.
say, he makes a fine side of bacon.
He was some pig.
And that's the worst part, is that if he was getting ready to die of old age or natural causes, we were the ones that could have turned him into sausage. Or pork. Or gabagool.
What?
Oh, gabagool.
Was one charming pig.
I don't think I can go on. I think this is it. The straw that broke old Scrim's back.
I know this is the circle of life.
Yeah, that's true.
Dragons eat other creatures. This is natural, but he was a good friend.
There.
Thank you, Scrim.
Oh, yeah, and just think of the silver lining, Mr. Yornir, when we see Daisy next. A young lady, you can say, Daisy, did I ever tell you about President Wilbur? And he was a good friend.
Yes, his name will live on through stories of his.
You know what, Mr. Yornir? The Iceborn have not designed their heraldry yet, have they?
I believe we have not.
I think that perhaps we can immortalize your friend in such a visage.
Yes, Chieftain, I will leave this up to you. If you wish to honor him in such a way,
I do.
it would bring me some solace, yes.
I do. The Iceborn will feast in the honor of Wilbur this evening, perhaps on truffle and, I don't know, kale and quinoa or whatever these fucking elves eat.
Ooh, quinoa!
Smoke the pipe, boy!
You continue to make your way as you grieve,
This is the worst day we've had on the car.
and you eventually must lead you to a small little shop. Looking
Go run
into the
errands.
windows, you can see these very simple but beautiful robes. Simple in their overall shape, but clearly finely made and with elaborate but delicate patterns that are only subtly visible when up close. And you walk in through the door, Muss taking his leave, disappearing into the streets to take the truffles to wherever they are housed before the judgment that they are given the next day. Inside, you see the many shelves, the many cubbies, the many hooks and hangers that would be familiar to you in many of the places of civilization that you might have enjoyed. This is surprisingly urban for all of your experience in Drakkar, and you hear a younger man's voice yell out, "Hello? Who goes there?"
We are the Iceborn, the new tribe in the city, and we come bearing large, meaty truffles.
Oh, I'm just the trailer. I'm here to make sure that you have all you need to wear tomorrow. Elder Nightbloom said that you'd be on your way.
Glenn has the truffles.
Aye, that's true. Glenn has the truffles. Young Mr. Mustard Seed, I suppose we should call him.
He prefers to go
young
by
lad.
Muss, though none of us call him that.
Young Mr. Mustard Seed. I like that. I think that he should own it.
I've called him Glenn since he was a young man. Well, who's first?
Let's just get this over with. My heart is heavy with grief.
You'll have to forgive my crew. We just suffered a loss of some pig.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Aye, the princess made off with our truffle pig. His name was Wilbur, if you ever met him.
I did know that one of our truffle pigs was named Wilbur, the oldest.
Aye, he was old yet strong.
You don't understand.
Wise beyond his years, also. If anyone is raving about a strange monster in the hills, they should probably be locked up. Perhaps.
I haven't heard tell of
Thrown
anyone
into the brig.
seeing any
There's
monsters or
a bit
anything.
of Madness.
Yeah, winter's madness.
Raving through the winter, exactly right.
Snowblind madness.
Winter is here after all. Anyway,
He's gone.
The wilderness is a dangerous place.
so I need to get in new skivvies.
Well, I'll make you an outfit, and when you arrive tomorrow, then you can put them on, and you'll be looking, well...
What do we have to do?
You just need to stand here while I measure you.
Okay, while you measure me, will you ask about Wilbur? Because I'd like to elaborate.
If you're offering to go first.
I'll
Grim,
go.
he's gone and no one cares.
Yes, I will go first.
Look around, no one cares that he's gone.
I'll go first.
It's not that we don't care, sir.
You're living like nothing has happened.
We are...
There's nothing we can do, Mr. Yornir.
What are we to do? Exactly right.
Wait, it's
Mourn.
an ancient white dragon, Mr. Yornir.
Mourn him, his memory.
Like I said, we will honor him in our heraldry.
Oh,
the Iceborn.
Ancient white dragon. You act like that's an obstacle.
I actually call you.
Not for Wilbur. Not for Wilbur.
You're
was
led.
about
You're
silver.
like pulled almost by this young elf, and he puts you down into a not puts you down sitting, but puts you into a spot facing a variety of reflecting mirrors, and he just
take me
shoots
out
you.
back.
He just shoots you in the face.
I don't know.
Tusks look stupid.
He immediately holds up your arms,
yeah.
and he's measuring the size of your shoulder and the length from here to here and here to here, and he's.
What's your name?
Taking it. It's Benator. Benator.
What?
Benator.
Benator. Benator, you don't understand. You'll never understand. We shared a moment. You should have looked into his eyes. He had kind eyes.
Yes.
It's like the first time I heard the Beatles.
He's going around the chest now. Do you have any preferences in outfits, young man?
No,
I don't know how young you are. You're very strange looking.
I don't look very good in yellow.
Not in yellow.
That's all.
Okay, no yellow. No yellow.
Am I done? Are we done here?
Just a moment. Round the waist, inseam.
Taylor pervert. Should have known.
Okay, you're all set. I think I have what I need to make you look fabulous tomorrow.
He did seem to linger on the inside.
I'm gonna look at this guy and sneer a little bit.
The way he gingerly
With a little bit of swagger. And then I'm gonna walk back out to the rest of the gang and say, all right.
The only measurement he had to redo 3 times.
I'm done. Whoever's next, watch out for the inseam. And then I'm gonna collapse into a chair nearby.
You fall into a chair, and the other three of you get in line, and he starts taking each of your measurements. As
just not too tight, not too tight.
I can barely get my arms around your waist.
The tale was I got a bit of storm giant blood in me, eh?
Storm giant.
Would you believe that if someone told you?
You get the measurements that it takes a longer while than Scrim, and Taishen, you're just standing almost waiting.
It's the 6th time
knowing that the inseam is very important.
Don't stop now. Keep going.
All right, spool pervert.
Scrim,
If you're gonna start the job, finish it.
you're listening to them. You're grieving. You're mourning the sound, the memory of Wilbur. It's all right. That's all right. This session is ruined.
This session is ruined, he says.
You're gonna kill Wilbur, you fuck.
Yeah.
You shit, you deserve this.
He was taken away.
What do you want? I'm mourning.
You sit down, and it takes you a minute to realize that you're sitting down next to somebody. You're sitting down next to an elderly elf, or at least a decrepit one. He's silent and rocking back and forth. A blanket just over his lap, and he's sort of staring forward. You hadn't noticed coming into the shop, but having swung back around, he'd been hiding almost in the corner behind the shelves, and you seem sort of like rocking in this silent way, and you can hear this sort of murmuring, this humming, this singing, for lack of a better word, underneath his breath.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there, you old pervert.
Just like watching people get their measurements.
Does he react at all to my voice?
He sort of twitches for a moment, and he doesn't react at all. Nothing happens. We move on with the scene.
Sick voyeur.
The rest of you enjoy.
This chair is strangely placed. Why sit here? What is this vantage? Oh, I see.
I haven't seen a two-way mirror since Galtica.
The four of you finish your tailoring experience, and you hear the door open. Mus makes his way inside, and Benator, he mustard seed, Mus. I'm sorry. They're all set. Everyone's ready to go. Okay, sounds good. You guys told him what you liked and what you didn't like?
As best I could with such a heavy heart.
It's gonna be okay.
I'm not so sure it will, Mus. I'm not so sure it will.
Well, wait till tonight. It's gonna be okay.
Everything makes me think of him. Just no quinoa, please.
All right. We're fitted for the wedding.
Come on. And you are led out, and just a few streets down, he takes you to what is very obviously a sort of combination store / grocer. This is a not like the kind of fresh goods that you would find in a marketplace like what you initially crashed into, but instead a place for more preserved goods. When you walk in through the door, you can see glassware and ceramics, all clearly containing supplies for the long term. There are cooking instruments all along the wall. This is a place where very finely made tools of and instruments for cooking might be procured, or the highest quality preserved goods. You hear the sound of a very old woman as she walks up. Hello, you are the newcomers. Was told that you might be visiting.
Yes, we're here to secure a gift for the wedding tomorrow night.
Ah, yes. I am told that I will be compensated for whatever you fancy giving the wedding couple. Please
Is it
yourself.
just one gift from all of us? We just gotta pick one thing?
I think that a gift from each of you would be fine, unless it's something that you think you want to join in.
Okay, well, here, all right, real quick, gut check.
All right.
Would it be inappropriate if I were to try to pass off a cursed coin onto the lovely couple? Maybe breaking another curse in the process.
A cursed coin?
Yeah, just, gut check.
She is sort of walking with a bit of a limp. Did I hear you correctly? Cursed? Cursed coin as in dark magic. Why would you do this as a day of celebration?
Just a gut check. I was just looking for a gut check. That's all. I just asking, you know.
Well, he's just joking. I think we'll each pick out a gift that will be representative of our own nature.
Do you know the couple well?
Oh yes, they are a beautiful couple, so beautiful and so in love.
Well,
All right.
You run such a beautiful shop. Do you have any insights on what they might love? Have they been in before? Have they wanted for something?
That is not the purpose of the gift. The purpose is to fill your life with the objects of that represent those that you know and love.
What kind of pervert are they?
If they were a pervert, I would say they are love perverts.
No fucking way. Love perverts? You can't make this shit up.
You got one of those in the tailor shop.
Oh yes, Benator. He does stick around on the inseam, doesn't he?
This day's just getting worse and worse.
All right. We'll take a look at your wares, and I guess we'll pick out, and according to the bartering system, we'll just take it, I suppose.
You look around, and as I described, you don't see any meats or anything along those lines, but you see heirloom grains, beans, anything that has a long shelf life that you might want to find. Glass vials of expensive seasonings, all on very small shelves along one wall. You do find, Barnabas, some animal products in the form of pickled eggs, hard cheeses, that kind of thing. And there's a wall, like I said, of kitchenwares of all shapes and sizes, and you can start to browse around and make your selection in this way.
Okay, all right. Oh, how about a nice soup spoon? Anybody got a nice soup spoon? Every good young couple needs a nice ladle or a soup spoon.
Barnabas, what is this kitchen implement used for? It is a strange shape that it starts narrow and it goes wider, but then it has a flared base at the end. What is the purpose of this?
Mashing cauliflower.
Do you grab it this way and mash this way, or do you grab it this way with the handle?
This is for citrus juice.
Oh, I thought for sure it was going to be a juicer.
You cut an orange or something along those lines, and then you can really make sure the pulp is freed.
Well,
The pulp is free.
Yeah, from the juice, exactly right.
Well, this...
I've never used a juicer that looked like that. I used to make orange crushes at a tiki bar.
I will choose this. Oh, there's instruction. This is handy, you will never lose it.
I'm just looking for a soup spoon or a ladle or something. You know, I don't really want to put too much thought into it.
Oh, I have a very fine ladle. I think they would most like matching the set they bought a few years ago. She looks over and glances at a cane that is leaning up near the exit, the entrance of this shop, and then turns towards Mus. Mus, would you mind getting the ladder? I need to reach the shelf here. And
Thank God you asked Mus to do it, because I was going to say, I look at the cane, I look at her and say, what are you waiting for?
Before you can get that out, Mus pulls out a step stool and goes up and pulls a copper like ladle, like a beautiful soup ladle.
Oh, great, it's beautiful. Wrap it up.
And they'll love it.
Mr. Fireblossom, what are you thinking?
Well, there's only really one thing I know with any sort of expertise, and that's a warm drink. You think they have any tea or any leaves from the land you could turn into such a thing?
Me?
You asked.
I'm seeing the same wares you are, Mr. Fireblossom.
Yeah, well,
Your mind goes to tea, perhaps a little bit more imagination. I know that's why, I understand why that'd be your first choice.
you mean like a teacup?
Perhaps a set? Remember, it is a young couple.
Oh yeah.
Deeply in love, so much that they've been dubbed love perverts.
Can you believe he was fitted for his tux 47 times? What? The need? I don't understand. You'd think you would have gotten the measurements in the first 10.
A shadow passes over you, and Taishen gets picked up by two talons.
Well, you know.
Well,
It doesn't hurt as bad as when we lost Wilbur.
mourn me like Wilbur! What they say, measure 42 times, cut once.
Game dear, another tuxedo fitting. The steak needs to be perfect.
Get to it, and don't ask questions.
Tighter this time.
Really pull that ensign in, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I think you're right, Barnabas. A nice tea set for hosting another lovely couple.
We have a selection of beautiful tea sets, and though they are unfamiliar in design, they do look like they are well made, the highest quality.
Is there anything that stands out to me, like anything that is even reminiscent to me of Dragonglass, like my teapot?
Ooh.
Make a perception or investigation check.
Seven.
7. With a 7, I will say that none of these materials feel like the glass that you're familiar with. The unusual process that Mei happened to not master, but get right when making the teapot that you carry on your own person. But the offerings do intrigue you. There are like almost cast metal teapots with a few smaller teacups, that sort of thing, and they're glossy sets that almost reflect. They look ceramic to you, but the fact that they have a reflective quality to them does give you almost a vague mirror reflection of the kind of like pure glass tea set that you're familiar with.
I'd focus towards those and just select whichever one makes me feel the most like home.
You find one that it's the color that draws you in. It's not necessarily the shape. Everything still feels very alien and foreign to you in this land and in the context of the people that you're engaging with, certainly. But with the color, it's not a minty green, it's a pastel green, and it reminds you of a very young tea leaf when it's just starting to sprout and emerge, well before it needs to be plucked, but something speaks to you in that way.
I think this one will do. Something to keep them warm when the winters turn cold.
Very nice, very nice. I'll pack it for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
She gets to work wrapping it and essentially putting everything that you've selected into appropriate sized packaging. Very dexterously putting everything together. No twine or anything required. Everything is done through a series of folds and inner wrappings.
What about you, Barnabas?
You know, this young couple to be betrothed, are they... Do they care that much for each other?
By all appearances, they are deeply, deeply in love. That is not always the case in...
That's what I feared in a place like this.
Oh, yes, they're very lucky. But just look into their eyes, into their hearts. They only have sight for each other.
I liked a large wooden bowl so they may share their meals with each other and their community. That's what a young married couple does.
Moss, if you would, just up here.
And she leads him to the back of the store, and when she returns, she comes back with a beautiful, wide bowl. This one has clearly been made of multiple pieces of wood and almost forged together, and it has this crisscross pattern that interweaves, as though it hadn't been made from one tree, but many. And it looks like a community in the way that it is bonded together in that way.
Might I bring this back tonight and perhaps wrap it before the ceremony?
It is our tradition that the gifts are presented during the wedding. But if you keep it a secret, I wouldn't mind you taking it and wrapping it yourself.
Well, I'm going to make some improvements.
What kind of improvements?
I'm going to carve designs on the side. And I'll finish it, I'll get it polished up if you have any wood polish.
That is very thoughtful. That is very nice. Yes, of course.
Fine craftsmanship, yes.
There is a sense of pride in the craftsmanship of that bowl, and when she heard that you were willing to invest so much of yourself in this, she willingly parts with the bowl, and you're easily able to... in her arms, it's massive. For someone like you, it is just a little bigger than the cast iron pan that's hung on your back for so long.
All right.
Do you really have time for this, Barnabas?
Well, in the night hours, while you're carving your dice, I'll be carving this.
Just give them this meat tenderizer. They grab a rope that has all these wooden beads on it.
That's
Yes, meat tenderizer. Why not?
All right. No, the bowl is fine.
No. I thank you.
If that's everything, I'll make sure that this stays here, and we don't have to carry it. I'll have everything ready for you in the morning when we start the celebration proper.
Great, wonderful. Make sure they get the salad fork or whatever.
The salad fork?
Goodbye.
Yeah, whatever I chose. Make sure they get it. Just make sure it says from Scrim.
And
I just want to get credit.
You say your goodbyes. You make your way out, and Musk turns to you. All right, it looks like it's the sun's about to set, so we need to start making our way to the market.
Is that where the inn is?
Yeah.
Are we gonna find out about the truffle contest? Is that what we're gonna find out?
The truffle contest is judged during the wedding ceremony tomorrow.
Gosh, the anticipation is killing me.
Are we heading to the dinner tonight?
We're gonna have the dinner tonight, yeah, and then tomorrow is the actual wedding.
All right,
Lead the way,
we're ready.
Mr. Mustard Seed.
Mus.
Mr. Muzz.
He does lead the way, and you start to walk. By the time you have made it, the long journey on foot to the marketplace and then making your way north, you start to recognize milestones, start to recognize buildings that when you first saw them had been seen in something of a panic. Because you had crashed into an inn and into a tavern and weren't sure of your place or what to do in this strange new city. But now you're passing by dwarves and minotaurs. You're passing by white kobolds who are all giving you this look of curiosity. These looks of knowing that your reputation, the naming that came with you, the fact that the princess has decreed that you are under her wing, all of these things sort of weighing down upon you while you also continue the long, hard journey of self-forgiveness and grief that comes with Wilbur's death. And you...
I'm completely unbothered by Wilbur's death. Completely unbothered.
Oh.
But you see a familiar sight. The inn where you first met Nimrodel, the one that you decided on chance to jump into to see if you could find asylum in this strange space. And you push your way in, and a number of faces all turn towards the door simultaneously, all elven. You see Nimrodel standing there. You see a young couple. You see some more elderly elves. It seems that there's a whole gathering here. You've just passed a sign that says private event tonight. And in the center, you see an ancient elf, long silvery white hair. And she's sitting at the end of a long table, clearly seated for everyone present. You hear her voice call out as soon as you jump in and silence falls on the room. I am Rosemary Nightbloom. I'm very, very happy to meet each of you. And that is where we'll call tonight's session.
I would like to die.
They all would. They all would. That's their ultimate wish. They can't have